Okay, so this is a few drills from Knee On Belly. I don't know how good this is going to go because it's with a dummy, but we give it a go. So, for those that don't know, this is Knee On Belly, and there's obviously all kinds of attacks. Now, what we're focusing on today is what he can do to me being on top of him, Knee On Belly. So, I don't know how it's going to work, but we'll see if I can do this and move his legs to Knee On Belly. We'll see. So, let me just think about this. He would have his knee to the right. That knee there would be there. This leg would probably be out, but we can't bend that leg, so we're just going to have to make do. So basically, when someone's Knee On Belly, they're susceptible and vulnerable. Vulnerable in two positions, and that's this way and also that way. So if they're Knee On Belly here, obviously they've got all their weight on you. It's not a very nice position to be in, and it does wind you, and even though you're just lying there, it is taxing on your energy. So you want to quickly, especially if it's a big heavy guy, get out of this as quick as possible. And there's a few variations, quite a few, but I'm only going to go few some now. So if they're here, the way to make them vulnerable this way behind them is by shrimping out, opening up the bucket, and then push them into the bucket hole, and then you're on top here. So they're here. So what you do, you can shrimp out, and as you shrimp out, you're changing the angle, and you can do many things. You can push them on their near side hip and one on the chest, or both on the chest. If you shrimp out and push, they're going to fall straight away. So you shrimp out, push, you're here, and then you're back, and you're on top here. That's the first one. Now, if the person's Knee On Belly, if he's playing a game where he's being like a spring, so as you shrimp out, you push, and he just goes with it like that, he's springy, he's not going to fall for that trick. And again, if you try and get him this way, if he's very good and he's not being like rigid, he's not going to go that way either. But generally, if you're rolling with people, they will be kind of rigid. So what will generally happen is you'll shrimp out, go to push them that way, and if they resist, that's when you go and take them the other way, which is you put your foot on the ground, elevate the hips, kick them forward, and then they're here. And then from here, you can spin out to here. What you generally find is this person won't want to stay in this position, which is here. He'll probably come up on his knees. You're here, you grab his far side hip, and here, keep your head close, and then you're under his far armpit, and then you're over here, and then you're obviously on his back now. If you're here, when you spin out and you come to here, what the person may do is kind of come up, spin round, and come up onto like a combat position here. And then what you can do from here is grab his heel while you're pushing here, pull that across your body here, and then you're here, and then you're Knee On Belly here. And then you, obviously, you're in the position he was a minute ago to me. Or you can just come straight down to here, or what have you. another one. So basically what you would do, knee on belly, your shrimp out, push him that way. If he resists, he's vulnerable to go the other way, and then you're here, and then, like I said, you spin here, and then you'll take his back, yeah? So he'll be here. If he spins around into combat position, pull his leg across, go knee on belly on him and reverse things. There is another one, which if he's knee on belly, you push him over, and then there's a leg lock there, which I'm not sure if it will work on this guy. If it's going to come across, I will try it now, but it needs to be a bit heavier, and I think he will move as I spin around, but we'll give it a go. So, he will be here, knee on belly, upright, bearing in mind his left leg will be out straight, just to the side of my shoulder, but because this dummy bends his legs naturally, we can't straighten it. So we're here, I shrimp out, push him that way, and he's not falling for it, he's resisting. I go here and we're there. So what we do from here is we push him over his hands on the ground, we hold his hips like so, you bring your legs up, and what you want to do is get your leg to the far side of his hips, and as you spin yourself underneath, he drops here, and then you've got the heel here to finish. So, I don't know how clear that came across, but you basically, I do it solo with no dummy, is you shrimp away, push him into the bucket. If he resists, lift your hips, push him on his chest, so it's that way, hold him on his hips, and what you do, I'm going to put my arms down, but your hands will still be on his hips, keeping him away. You'll come, I'll go this way actually, so you'll be there, you come up, you put this foot here on his hip, you spin underneath him, he will fall down with his legs here, you hook, finish, and then you've got the heel there. There's other ones for knee on belly. Knee on belly. Another one is, I don't know how clear this is going to pick up, but generally if someone's quite tight here, so they've got knee on belly but their foot is very tight against my my hip, and I can't get my hand in underneath their ankle, between their foot and ankle, what I can do is grab their heel, and simultaneously I grab their heel, shrimp out and push on their chest. So they fall and I'm on top. Next variation of that is knee on belly. If I look down, there's a gap between their foot and my hip. I can probably still go for grabbing their ankle, sorry, their heel, and pulling as I push on the chest and shrimp out and they fall in. Or what you do in this variation of turn, hopefully it will show up more. There's a little gap here between his ankle and his foot. What you're going to do, I'll show it slow motion, is come under and you cup his here, you cup his leg. So I've got it here now, underneath, trapped between his ankle, and I've looped it through onto his thigh here. So I'm taking it from the top, he's there, knee on belly, I come under, put it on his leg, shrimp out, push on his chest, and we're here again, and then we're there. So that's the variations of knee on belly. Ordinarily, obviously, you don't want to find yourself in that position, but if you know what you're doing, you can. There's several, you can lay into the leg game there, and there's loads of ankle locks, etc. heel hooks you can grab and get them into from them being on top, on knee on belly. And they're also vulnerable, as I've just showed you a few variations. There is one where you can stop, you can see it coming, very simple one here. So it just stops them. If you see that knee coming, you're just there, blocking it, and just shrimp out, bring your knee across, or what have you. So if you shrimp out, you can bring your knee in, and then put the, just spin and put your feet on their hips, etc. But those are the few variations I've been going over this evening, so try them out and see how you go.